Under the light of twin suns, the colony of Erebus thrived. It was a testament to human ambition, a jewel of hope nestled in the velvet black of deep space. Children played in fields of alien flora, their laughter echoing a promise of the future. Scientists charted new constellations from state-of-the-art observatories, and families built lives on a world that was, for a fleeting moment, paradise. Then, the sky bled red. The Zha'Kar Dominion arrived without warning, their ships eclipsing the suns, casting long, cruel shadows over the homes below. Fire rained down. The harmony of life was replaced by a symphony of destruction. Buildings of chrome and glass, once symbols of progress, buckled and melted into monuments of ruin. A single, desperate distress signal flickered out from the chaos, a final choked whisper from a dying world. Then silence. The signal traveled across the void, a ghost carrying the last will of Erebus, until it reached Earth Command. But all it found was static, and the cold, unblinking stare of distant stars. In the hallowed halls of the Galactic Council, where 1,000 species debated the fate of galaxies, Earth's representative stood alone. Holographic images of Erebus, vibrant and alive, flickered beside projections of its smoldering grave. He pleaded for justice, for acknowledgement, for a simple admission of the atrocity committed by the Zha'Kar. But the Council's reply was a blade of ice. Erebus, they declared, their voices devoid of emotion, never existed. The official record was clean. The colony, its people, their dreams all were erased from history. Commander Marcus Hale watched the Council's verdict from the shadows of the chamber. He saw the hologram of his wife and daughter, laughing under the Erebus suns, fade into nothingness. With a slow, deliberate motion, he unpinned the insignia of the Terran fleet from his chest. His oath to the Council was broken. His loyalty to a system that would deny its own was severed. He turned and walked away, not into the light of compromise, but into the darkness of a new purpose. Betrayal spreads faster than fire. Across human space, the Council's denial echoed, not as a verdict, but as a challenge. In hidden asteroid fields and decommissioned shipyards, a new fleet began to form. Rogue captains, disgraced soldiers, and brilliant engineers who refused to forget came together. They worked under the dim light of welding torches, turning forgotten freighters into warships. They awoke dormant AI systems, programming them not for exploration, but for retribution. Standing on the bridge of a repurposed dreadnought, Hale addressed his new command. He looked into the faces of those who had lost everything, those who had nothing left but their rage and their memories. They erased a colony. His voice, steady and cold, resonated through the fleet. We will erase their arrogance. Their ships were painted black, the color of the void and of mourning. On their hulls, they bore a single glowing blue symbol, a memorial, a promise, a brand of remembrance. They were no longer the Terran fleet. They were the Remembrance fleet. The hunt began. The Zha'Kar, arrogant in their perceived impunity, continued their patrols and convoys as if nothing had happened. They were wrong. The Remembrance fleet moved like specters through the cosmos. They struck from the cover of asteroid belts, their stealth drives rendering them invisible until their torpedoes hit. They turned trade routes into graveyards, leaving behind only drifting wreckage and the silent screams of Zha'Kar commanders who couldn't comprehend the attack. In one such ambush, a panicked Zha'Kar captain's voice crackled over an open comms channel, his ship venting plasma into the void. "Why do you fight? Why do you die for ghosts?" Hale's voice, a calm whisper over the fleet's channel, provided the only answer needed. Because ghosts remember, the darkness of space was now their ally, lit only by the crimson flashes of Zha'Kar ships exploding, one by one. The Zha'Kar finally amassed their grand armada, determined to crush this human insurgency. They chose their battleground, the Varnis Nebula, a volatile cosmic storm of glowing gas and lightning. They expected the small human fleet to be intimidated, to be swallowed by the celestial chaos. They didn't understand. For the Remembrance fleet, the storm was not a hazard, it was a shroud. The Battle of Varnis Nebula was not a battle. It was an inferno. Human fighters, impossibly agile, danced between arcs of stellar lightning, their railguns tearing through Zha'Kar shields. The nebula itself became a weapon, as Hale's strategists used its plasma surges to mask their movements. Explosions bloomed like violent short-lived stars, illuminating scenes of panic on alien bridges and quiet, resolute bravery within human cockpits. Then, Hale gave the final order. Initiate the Erebus protocol. His flagship, the Vengeance, broke from the chaos, accelerating directly toward the heart of the Zha'Kar armada, toward their colossal command ship. There was no surrender. There was no retreat. There was only remembrance. The Vengeance, carrying the memory of an entire world, collided with the flagship in a blinding flash. The light of the explosion consumed the nebula, a funeral pyre so vast it was visible from neighboring systems. A star of pure righteous fire, born from sacrifice. Back in the Sol system, a silent vigil had been held by those who knew the truth. Then, a new light appeared in Earth's orbit. A memorial beacon, built in secret, flared to life, transmitting a single message across the galaxy: Erebus avenged. On Earth, people looked up from their cities, seeing the new star in their night sky. They erased a colony, wiped it from the galactic record, and called its people ghosts. But we wrote their names in the fire of exploding suns and carved their memory into the heart of a nebula. Humanity doesn't just forgive or forget. Humanity remembers. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you appreciate stories of human resilience among the stars, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more. Until next time, keep looking up.